Hey everyone, my name is Tammy. Welcome back to the Revolution YouTube channel. So in today's video, I'm revealing and showing you guys a tutorial using my palette. This is the palette that This is the palette I've collaborated with Revolution to create. It's called the Tropical Paradise palette. It is a little piece of me. This is my go-to palette. Like, these are shades that I would use every single day. Like I said in the video, if I had to throw away all of my makeup collection and just keep this palette, I am completely content with everything inside. So I'm just going to talk you through a little bit about the palette and, you know, my inspiration and all of that before we jump into the tutorial. And I did create two looks for you today. I did a daytime look and then I transitioned it into a nighttime look so you guys can see the variety this palette has to offer. So it is called Tropical Paradise and this is the packaging. Now, I did tell Revolution what colors I wanted on the packaging. I said I want a sunset packaging from like yellow to coral to purple, and this is the design they came back with, and I absolutely fell in love. Now, of course, I'm not a graphic designer, guys, so I didn't, you know, design this myself, but I did tell them the colors that I wanted and the style of box that I wanted, and they definitely did not disappoint. This is exactly what I was going for. And then once you open the palette up, this is the packaging on the inside. So it is that rose gold mirrored type of packaging, and the back is black. It says Tammi X Revolution. Like, that's my name, that's me. I'm sorry, this is so surreal. This is my first video that I'm actually filming using my palette, showing you guys my palette. Like, this feels crazy right now. And then once you open the palette up, you are greeted with all of these absolutely stunning, beautiful shades that were hand selected by me myself. I also strategically placed every single shade where I wanted it to go, because the first palette sample that I got, of course, I picked all of the colors and Revolution put it into the layout that I wanted, but the placement of each shade wasn't what I wanted. So I literally took a picture of it, went onto Photoshop, cut out box by box and moved every single shade on Photoshop to put what I want where I want it, because the shades themselves are absolutely beautiful, but if placed in the wrong place, they don't translate what I wanted to translate. So I moved the shades around and this is what I came up with. This inspires me so much more, and it's crazy because the palette was the exact same shades, but the placement of the shades threw me completely off. Like, I almost had a mental breakdown crying because I was like, this doesn't look right, it's not inspiring me. So I literally sat on Photoshop all night, put in every single shade in the place that I want it to be in. So definitely very hands-on with this palette, guys. So at the bottom we have 3 transition colors for every skin tone. So of course we have coconut cream, which is this light color, which is perfect for fair, light, medium skin tones to kind of set their base. Then we have nutmeg, which is my perfect transition color. I absolutely, on an everyday basis, I love putting this into the crease. By the way, guys, this is a new palette. This is the palette that I used on my eyes today. This is not my palette that I've been using because that's dirty. But yeah, this is nutmeg and I absolutely love using this in my crease as a transition shade. And then we have Isle of Spice, which is named after my country that I'm from, Grenada. They call Grenada the Isle of Spice in the Caribbean because we so spicy. So I named this shade after the country that I come from, and this is a warm tone brown to put in the crease for deeper, darker skin tones. This would look absolutely beautiful as a base color. So you have transition colors for every single skin tone. Then we jump into the top row. So the top row I specifically designed, I'm just going to cover this up, I specifically designed the top row to be like a neutral everyday kind of color palette. So if you cover the colorful shades, this is a neutral palette. This is an everyday. You've got your transition colors, you've got your golds, you know, your lid shimmer colors, you've got an inner corner gold right there. So this is an everyday palette right here. Then the second row, we have our fun, beautiful colors that, you know, for people like me that love to experiment, this is going to be your favorite row because you can definitely do everyday neutral looks using this top row. But the second row is here to add color, and I absolutely love colors in my eye looks. Of course, if you do follow me, you would see I love to experiment with makeup and color, so these shades of course had to be included. My favorite on my inner corner right now is called Golden Sands, and it's this gorgeous yellow gold right there. So the palette is called Tropical Paradise, and of course I've called it this because it's a very tropical palette, but I also wanted the name of the palette to reflect who I am and where I come from. So of course my granddad is from a little island in the Caribbean called Grenada, and I wanted to honor Caribbean Caribbean culture with this palette. I wanted to include my culture into this palette, give you guys a taste of the Caribbean, you know, a bit of our culture, like Carnival, which is why there is a shade in here called Carnival, which is this gorgeous purpley shimmery shade right here. So here we have Tropical Paradise, and I hope you guys like it. I hope you love it as much as I do. It's going to retail for £10 from revolutionbeauty.com. It should be in Superdrug stores as well very soon, but I'm not quite sure on the date of that. But everything will be linked in the description box down below, of course. Also, I wanted to mention that while designing this palette, of course, I had women of color, my own skin tone in mind. Usually when I buy a palette, half of the shades, if not, you know, a third of the shades don't work for me. Either they're too light and they just won't show up as transitional base colors or anything like that. Whereas this palette, I have specifically designed every single shade to show up on my skin tone, apart from Coconut Cream, which of course I do use on the brow bone area. It doesn't show up that much on my skin tone, but every other color will show up on women of color because I've designed it to be my perfect palette, so of course it will show up. But that being said, this palette is for everyone. It will definitely work for fair, light, medium, deep dark, everyone. Like, everyone can get use out of this palette, which I absolutely love. So I hope you guys enjoy this palette. I'm so nervous right now, but I'm also like overwhelmed with joy and happiness, and I can't explain to you guys how I never in a million years thought this would happen to me. So the fact that I've got to design my perfect palette, but not only that, but design it with one of my favorite brands in the world. It's affordable, so I can give you guys affordable makeup. Like, at this point, I feel like I'm rambling on, but just know that I did pick every single shade in here. I even placed every single shade. Thank you so much to Revolution for giving me so much creative control over this. They never once told me no in terms of like, oh, don't do this, don't do that. They were really, really laid back and really easy. They just went with my vision. So for that, of course, I have to say thank you, Revolution. Thank you, Adam, the owner of Revolution, for giving me this chance, giving me my dream, and pull it together, girl, pull it together. So yeah, that's enough rambling from me, guys. We're gonna jump into the day to night tutorial so you guys can see how I achieved this look right here using my palette. So let's just go ahead and jump straight into this. This is my first video I'm actually filming using my palette. I am so excited right now. Of course, I've done tons of looks with it off camera, and I will like insert a few pictures for you guys to see what you can create with this palette. But I'm thinking to do a day to night look today, because in this palette you have gorgeous colors for daytime as well as nighttime. So I'm going to show you guys how to create an easy daytime look and then how to smoke it up and get it nice and nighttime appropriate. So before we use any eyeshadow, I'm going to go in with primer, and I'm going to use the Revolution Conceal and Define in C11 to prime my lids. So I'm just going to take a dab of that and put it onto my lids, and then I'm just going to blend that in quickly. Okay, so now that concealer is all blended in, I'm going to take a dab of Nutmeg as well as Coconut Cream and use that to set my brow bone area. I'm so sorry about this, guys. This one clip doesn't have any audio, so I'm just quickly telling you I'm taking the shade Tropical, which is the orange one, and I'm mixing it with Coraline, which is the kind of pinky coral color, to make this color in my crease. Okay guys, so now those two colors are in the crease. For a daytime look, all I would do is put a shimmer on the lid, a shimmer on the inner corner, and that is perfect for me for the daytime. Which shimmer should I go for? I mean, there's so many beautiful shimmers in this palette. I find that the hardest thing for me with this palette is picking colors, because I mean, when you love every single color in a palette, it's obviously hard to break down what look you want to do today, because even for a daytime natural look, I could have used those two brownie colors down here to use in the crease and then put a shimmer, and then of course the look would be more brownie, but I wanted to go more warm tone today, so I mixed Tropical with Coraline to get this gorgeous warm tone eye. So I think for shimmer today, because we're going for a daytime natural look, I'm going to go in with this shade here, which is called Treasure, and it's kind of like a bronze, and I'm just going to take Treasure all over the lid. I absolutely love this as a lid color. It's so effortless and gorgeous, perfect for every day, which is why it's my little treasure. How cheesy. And then for inner corner shades, I included these two light icy shades over here. So first we have Pina Colada, and it is a gorgeous icy gold that I absolutely use 9 times out of 10 on my inner corner. And then we have this green white shift, which I thought would go gorgeous with the greens and the blues in the palette. If you wanted to do like a green eye look, you have a gorgeous green to put on the inner corner. It's like a icy green white shift, and it's called Moonlight, but today I'm going to use Pina Colada because it will go with my look a bit more. I'm going to put that straight onto my inner corner. And you see how it just complements the look. I'm a sucker for an inner corner highlight. Okay guys, so here we have an easy daytime look using a few shades out of my palette. I hope you guys like it. I'm gonna go off camera quickly, complete the rest of my face, and then I'll come back to show you guys how to switch it up to a nighttime look just in case you got a party in the evening. Okay guys, now I'm back. So my face is almost complete. Of course, we just need to do my lower lash line. I have also done my lips. So I went in with the Revolution lip liner in the shade Prime, and then for lip gloss, I went in with the Nude Collection lip gloss in the shade Exposed, which I absolutely love. This has become my everyday nude. Tropical and a bit of Coraline, and also blend that underneath the lower lash line. Okay guys, so that is the final daytime look using my Tropical Paradise palette. I hope you guys like it because I am obsessed, of course. So now we're gonna go ahead and switch it up and turn it into a date night kind of evening appropriate makeup. So let's just say we left work, we're looking snatched. Now we need to switch it up and look smoky and gorgeous. So for this, I have quite a few options. We have this gorgeous deep dark purple over here, which is called Perpy Perps. My daughter actually named it. I was so stuck on what to name everything, guys, and I just said to her, what would you call this color if you had to name it? And she literally said Perpy Perps, and I was like, you're a star, I love you. And my daughter inspired me so much to, you know, name all of these shades, because the way she just said it with certainty, no problem, like Perpy Perps, and that's it. I was just like, do you know what, if she can do it, I can definitely name these shades. So yeah, I love my daughter, she inspired me, and that is why her shade is right there, Perpy Perps. So you could use Perpy Perps to deepen up the color crease. There is of course the two deeper darker browns over here, which will just add darkness without adding that much color. It will kind of keep the look very neutral, so you can go in with those two browns, which is Rich Soil and Adventure. And then you also have green and blue, which is Rainforest and Waterfall. So you can use these to deepen up the outer V, of course, but once again it will add some nice color. And then of course you have my favorite, which is black. I always love to add a dab of black to just darken up that outer V if the other colors don't give me what I'm looking for. I always have that option to deepen it up. So today I think I'm gonna mix Perpy Perps with a dab of Adventure. So that is the dark purple and the dark warm tone brown over here. I'm gonna mix both of them to get a little bit of darkness on the outer V, and I'm just gonna begin blending that onto the edge to add a bit of smokiness. Now the reason I'm mixing them is because I don't want a straight up purple, but I also want a hint of purple. So I want a hint of that purpley smoky color, but I don't want too much of it. So I'm mixing it with the brown Adventure to kind of tone it down a little bit. But as you can see, it's just adding that smokiness. I absolutely love this. Oh! So already that has amped up the look and taken it a bit smoky. And if you wanted it even smokier, you can go in with Midnight Stroll, which is the black, and add a dab of that on the outer V to just darken it up even more. I've never had a palette in my hands that inspires me so much as this one. This one, I can create a million looks with this palette. I'm not even joking with you, like a million. And then of course guys, just taking a clean fluffy brush, diffusing the brow bone area to make sure it is all blended. I quite like the lid color as it is, so what I think I'm gonna do is just top it up to amp up the color even more. So we're taking a dab of Treasure again and just amping up that shimmer on the lid. And I really love the inner corner highlight, but what I'm gonna do is take a dab of Golden Sands, which is this gorgeous yellowy gold right here, which I absolutely love, and I'm just gonna top up the inner corner highlight. So with Golden Sands, I'm just gonna tap that onto the inner corner, and it should just make the yellow in the gold a bit more intense. So do you guys see the difference? It's a gorgeous shade. I absolutely love using this on the lid, on the inner corner. I love Golden Sands. Now what we're also going to do is take the Revolution Smoky Eyeliner Pencil and go into the waterline. And we're also going to take a dab of Perpy Perps as well as Adventure and put that onto the lower lash line, kind of on the outer V area. And then last but not least, to turn any look from day to night, of course, add lashes. It's the easiest thing. You don't have to add lashes if you're not comfortable wearing lashes, but what I'm gonna do is add lashes. Okay guys, and I'm back. So I decided to change my lip as well as add some false lashes. So the lip I went in with is the Obsession makeup, which is available on Revolution Beauty, but I love this shade. This is the lip liner called Screenshot, and it comes in their lip kit. And I mixed it with the Revolution Nude Collection lip gloss in the shade Bare All, which is this really light nude, and together that is the combo. It's kind of like a slight ombre nude lip. I absolutely love it, and I think it goes with the eyes a lot better. It's a little bit more evening appropriate. So yeah guys, this is the final look using my Tropical Paradise palette. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Definitely pick up my palette if you like the colors inside. Like I said, I designed this palette to work for everyone. I mean, there's shades in here for everyone. Even if you're not a colorful girl, at least the options are there, because like I said, I'm gonna say this the last time, there is a whole neutral eyeshadow palette in this palette, and then the colors are there for people that love to experiment, try some new stuff. And I just designed a palette that I'm inspired by, that I would love to use. Like, I could use this palette every single day. Like, I could throw away all of my makeup, keep this palette, and I would be so happy, like content for the rest of my life. Definitely leave me your comments down in the comment section, what you think about the palette, what's your favorite shades and all of that jazz. Thank you guys so much for your support as always. I know a couple of people have been asking for this palette for the past year. I've been working on it. I've been seeing comments everywhere, when's Tammi's palette coming out? Like, thank you guys so much for the support. I hope you like what I have decided to do with this palette and the direction that I went in. I'm tearing up again. This is just such a dream come true to me, and once again I would like to thank you, Revolution, for giving me this opportunity to create my perfect palette. Like, my vision come to life. I'm obsessed. So one last time guys, it's £10 from revolutionbeauty.com, and yeah, it should be in Superdrug as well very soon, but of course all information will be in the description box, so feel free to check that out. And yeah guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you in my next one. Take care. Bye.